Derrick Rose, youngest MVP in the league, as we all know, suffered an ACL injury followed by a meniscus injury in a span of 2 years. And although there was still some sparks of his young self in his game, he never really looked entirely recovered when he came back as the Bulls' point guard. 5 years have passed already since he was crowned MVP, and he's now 28, an age at which most NBA players reach their peak. I went over his stats and highlights again to observe what changed since he got injured. Did he make improvements in some areas? Did he shrink in others? Let's take a look at it. In 2011, back when D Rose earned the MVP award, he averaged 25 points a game on 44.5% field goal percentage, 33.2 3-point percentage, 85.8% at the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 7.7 assists, 1 steal, 0.6 blocks, 3.4 turnovers. He missed only one game in that entire season, playing 37 minutes per game on average. He then got injured mid-season in 2012 during Game 1 of the first round of the playoffs against the 76ers. Then the MRI revealed he suffered from an ACL injury. He missed the remainder of the playoffs as well as the entire 2012-13 season. It's interesting to note that he played only 39 games during the season prior to be injured due to other minor injuries. Those were probably early signs of an upcoming injury, and it makes me wonder if this could have been prevented. Not sure if letting your PG star play 37 minutes while he keeps getting injured was a good idea. Maybe with better rest, physiotherapy, or simply lower playing time, who knows what could have happened. He made his comeback in 2013, played 10 games, and injured his right meniscus, missing the rest of the 2013-14 season as a result. Finally, he made a second comeback in 2014, but missed 31 games, averaging 17.7 points on 40.5% field goal, 4.9 assists, 3.2 rebound, 0.7 steals, 0.3 blocks, with 3.2 turnovers per game. The following year, he played 66 games, but the stats were still not looking promising. 16.4 points a game with 4.7 assists, 3.4 rebounds. Don't get me wrong, that's NBA point guard material regardless, but not what you would expect from the only 22-year-old MVP to ever play in the NBA. His decision making seemed, however, better, and we could still see the D Rose crossovers, hop steps, and clutch abilities that made him an all-star. He sinked an amazing 3-point shot at the buzzer against Cleveland, but that wasn't enough, and they eventually lost the series. After being traded to the Knicks, Rose, now 20 years young, seemed to have a revival. We saw him dunking in the first months on a fast break, and he even tried to posterize Bismack Biyombo. So that, I think, is a sign that he's getting confident with his body again. You don't drive just casually and try to dunk on Biyombo. It takes some balls, but overall also a good self-assessment on your athleticism. So I'll definitely give him an A for the effort. And after all, when you look at the play, he's still elevated pretty high, and he could definitely posterize Biyombo on another day with this kind of hops. He even crossed over Drew Holiday to finish with a powerful two-handed dunk on the Pelicans a few days ago. His current stats per game are 17.7 points on 44.5 field goal percentage, 84.8% at the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 4.4 assists, 0.7 steals, 0.4 blocks with 2.4 turnovers, which is also better than his MVP year, for 31 minutes per game. That's pretty decent, and he averaged 22.5 points in his last 6 games with 4.6 rebounds and 4.3 assists. But still, that's not enough for an MVP trophy. My take on this is that for this year, as much as I'd like him to prove me wrong, his only chance at getting an MVP trophy would be to bring the Knicks to an NBA title, and there he could potentially be the finals MVP over a 7 game series against, why not, OKC. Crazy battle with Russell Westbrook would be really interesting to see. But who knows who's gonna go to the finals this year. So overall, I think he's now at his best shape since his injuries. He never lost his crossover and ability to penetrate to attack the basket. He loses the ball less, has a better shooting percentage, both at free throw line and field goal percentage. He rebounds better, and I'm sure he has been a major contributor to the current rise of the Knicks, along with Kristaps Porzingis. He might not get another MVP trophy, but he still has enough time to earn a ring before he retires. What do you guys think? Do you think he can be the MVP of the season again, or do you think his injuries damage him too much for it to ever happen? Let me know what you think in the comment section.